Okay, it's time for another PSA reveal. So I guess the big question is, can you get a 10 on a vintage card? Now, I sent in some really good cards this time. So let's take a look and let's get this thing open. Okay, this is a 32 card, and these are all pretty much vintage cards. So again, like I tried to pick out some of my best ones. Let's dive in. So we're gonna start off with this Barry Sanders card, and it looked like you can just tell from the back. It's got just the little spots right here. Let's take a look at this. All right, as you can see, it's in great condition. And this one got a 10. Wow, okay, nice. First card, let's put it in that pile. All right, next card is a Jerry Rice. All right, let's take a look at it. This should have probably got at least a 9 or an 8. Let's take a look. And this one, see, look at how centered it is. Got a 9. All right. So it's pretty hard to get like a 10 on some of the older cards. And, you know, tell me what you guys think. Is it really that tough for you guys as well? All right, this Kobe Bryant card. Now, this one looked really good. And there was nothing wrong with it, per se. All right, I'm going to reveal it. See? Let's take a look. They got little spots on there. Let's take a look at it a little bit closer. That's just the PSA holder right there. It got a 5. A freaking 5 for this? I'm gonna probably have to crack this thing out. Look, there's no surface damages. Look at those edges. Those are perfect. Okay, are you guys having problems with stuff like this as well? Seems like the more valuable the card, the worse it gets. All right, so we're gonna put our 10s, 9s, and our others over here. All right, actually, let's put the 10s up so we can at least see them if we get some more 10s. That's, I guess, the big question. All right, this is a Shaq rookie card, and it does look a little discolored. All right, it's a good card. No edges, no problems. And they got a 6? Now, come on. Oh, that just is not right. Look at the centering on that. It's perfect. The edges, I mean, I went over this with a microscope. Okay, let's keep going. All right, this is a Brett Favre, and this is a classic card. All right. I thought this was perfect too. Oh my God, I got a 10 on it. Perfect. So I guess it is possible, that you can get a 10. I don't know, the consistency is really weird with some of these things. All right, here's another Shaq card. All right, so let's take a look at it. There's nothing wrong with this card. And it gets a 8, an 8. I guess it's really tough because of the black, but there's no imperfections in it. You can see maybe a little corner issue right here. All right, let's put the 8s over here in the pile of crap. All right, what's next? Star Picks. All right, so this is a Star Picks. Oh yeah, this one has Brett Favre in it again, his rookie year. All right, and it gets a 9. Didn't really see anything wrong with this and why that one's better. Okay, but it is a 9. All right, let's keep going. This is a Magic Johnson card. You see the centering is perfect on this. The edges are perfect. Okay, it's his Michigan State card. Should probably at least get a 9. And it got a 9. All right. All right, so I'm doing a little bit better at picking out cards. What is this one? This is another Brett Favre rookie card. All right, let's take a look at this one. Oh, this one looks perfect again. And it got a 10. Wow. I got 3 10s so far. All right. This Michael Jordan card. Again, you know, I went through this and tried to figure out which ones were the actual best to send in this time. It's perfectly centered. Can't get less than a 9, and it got an 8. I have no idea why. You can see that. All right, let's keep moving. This is a college something. Oh, yeah, the Magic and Michael card. And look, again, the centering's a little off on this, so maybe a 9 or an 8. A 7. So centering does seem to matter. I mean, if you look at those edges, those are perfect. And again, I looked at it. It doesn't look like it's discolored at all. Not sure why it got a 7. All right, moving along. This is a Michael Jordan, perfectly centered on the back, perfectly centered on the front. Should be at least a 9, and it got a 9. Really hard to get 10s, I guess. It's perfect. All right. At least we're getting closer with our 9s and our 10s. All right, here's another Michael Jordan card. I sent both of these things in, and we can tell again. Look how centered that is. It's perfectly centered. There's no imperfections, at least a 9. A 6? A freaking 6. A 6 would indicate that there's surface issues or that there's a bend in the card. There's nothing. Ugh. All right, now let's get to some older cards, I believe. All right, Mets, Future Stars. This one, this was basically a Mookie Wilson one. Look at that. Okay, it's a little off. No, not much on the centering. At least a 9, an 8. Okay. Maybe the back centering also did it. I think they take off 1 point for centering on the front and 1 point centering for the back. All right, now this is my Caleb Williams, and this is a really good one. This is an autograph, I think. Okay, this one is big. Look at how perfect that card is. Better get a 10. A 7? I'm cracking this thing out. I'm cracking it out. There's no imperfections with this. I don't know. Are you guys having trouble with some of these too as well? The inconsistency is just amazing, like with some of these things. All right, here's a Walter Payton card. Look at how centered that is. Maybe a tad over. But again, I picked these things out that had perfect corners and perfect edges and no flaws on the, this should get at least a 9. A 5, a 5, a 5. Is this a 5? Is this a 5? Come on, I'd like to see your comments. That's just bullshit. 5 would indicate some flaws, like major flaws. It's not off-centered that much. The back is not discolored, and it does look like it's centered. This is another bullshit card. This one right here was scratched a little bit on the back. I could tell, like with the, and this really tough when you have a hologram card. So this is a Joe Montana. It's from the National. Maybe a little discolored. A 6. Well, our right side's piling up very quickly. All right, what is this? Memphis Chicks. Oh, Future Stars, Bo Jackson. It's a little off-centered, so this should maybe get an 8, 7 or 8, a 6. Wow. All right, so maybe it's discolored, I guess. All right. Let's go to our, oh, this has a big stain on the back of it, so it's gonna probably get like a 5 or something like that. But This was, I didn't see that, I don't think, when I sent it in, but I looked at the front and the front was perfect. That gets a 4. Yeah, that kind of figures because that stain. Look how bad that stain actually affected this card. All right, let's keep going. There's another Brett Favre rookie card. It does look a little bit discolored. It is perfect. All right. 7. There's just nothing wrong with these cards. All right, you got to be really careful sending in vintage cards. All right, here's a Walter Payton card. This is off-centered, so there's 1 off for that. Maybe down, 2 off, 8. Down here, 7. So every time I do that, let's see if I can guess it. It's 6. Yeah. All right. I need to just take 1 off of whatever I say. All right. Let's keep going. Here's a Marcus Allen. It's a little off. There's 1 point off. The fact that it's old takes 2 points off. There's another one, 3 points off, 7. Got a 6. Not sure why. Well, the right side is stacking up. It doesn't look like we're getting too many more 10s, it looks like. All right, here's a wild card, Brett Favre. Looks great. Can't see anything wrong with it. A 6? A 6. See, like if there was flaws in these things, I could see that. But I mean, I'm carefully like looking at these things ahead of time. Do you have any help with my submissions? I'd really appreciate your comments on this. I mean, I can see maybe up here a little bit, but that's what, a 6? That's gonna put it down to a 6. That's a little disappointing. All right, Pete Rose, off-centered, off-centered. There's 2 points off. Pretty good front. Little top to bottom heavy. 7, 5. Yeah, they're really harsh on this. Surface is perfect. Harsh really on the off-centering. Don't send anything that's that badly off-centered. I think that's what we're learning from this. Again, this is off-centered. That's a Harold Baines rookie card from 81, I believe. So at least the 9. Probably 8. A 7. Yep, take off 2 points from whatever I believe now. See, that's perfect right there on the front. The back's just a little bit off-centered. But that's gonna like, okay, put it down to a 7. All right, we're gonna continue going here. Johnny Bench, off-centered, top to bottom. We're at 8 already. 7. Got a 7, I finally predicted it. Looks like a pretty decent card though. All right, our right side's stacking up pretty quickly. All right, let's Ricky Henderson. It's off-centered over here, so we're down to 8 at least. 7. I probably would have dropped it 1 more for this. Centering. It's a rookie card, though. Okay, all right. I did not get an upcharge for this, so. All right, this is off-centered again. A little bit on the back. The back's counting just as much as the front. We're seeing that because when I look at the fronts, they look pretty good. Now it's still off-centered. 7. Yeah. Starting to understand this a little bit better. All right. Just got a few more cards to go. Thank you for watching and staying with me. Like I said, I like to hear your comments. Another 2 off for this. At least 2. Just for that. Just for that. That's 2 off. And then another 1 or 2. So this is a 6. Yep. Yep. Every edge that's off, take off a point. All right. Here's a George Brett. Now this looks pretty good. Maybe a little off there. Maybe 1 point on that one. Top to bottom, another point. Maybe an 8. An 8. All right, so I'm starting to figure out at least a little bit better, okay? You can see how centering is so important. That's a good card, too. All right, Nolan Ryan. This was my big card. This is a huge card. This is 1981. Could have been worth thousands of dollars. All right, the centering's pretty good, but over here, we're down to a 9 already. Just because it's not perfectly centered. Look at this though. Look at this card. 8, maybe an 8. 8. It's a nice card. All right, if you want to make an offer on any of these cards, I'm more than willing to take one. This is pretty, this is discolored, 1 point off of that, 2 points off of the discoloration. It's good, centering's good, an 8. It's actually not that badly discolored. I think this is a rookie card. I don't know if they damaged it. No, they didn't look like they damaged it. All right, 2 more cards. Thank you for watching and staying to the end. Here's another Nolan Ryan. A little bit off right here, but it looks pretty good. Yeah, there's 1 point off. All right. But look, everything else looks centered. 8, 8. All right, so I'm getting a little bit better with this. And nice. All right, let's go to our last card here. Oh, I think I saw the grade for this. This looks damaged right up here, doesn't it? All right, centering looks pretty good, at least 1 or 2 points, 1 off on there and 2. This looks fine on this side, but this got a 4, and I don't understand why this got a 4. It looks like I said, it was damaged, this corner. Oh, there's a corner that's not good either. All right, thanks for watching to the end. All right, if you have any questions, please let me know. And I did get 3 10s, so it is possible. I think no white borders. Look, all 3 of these had no white borders. They seem to be better. All right, so if you're sending things in, that's probably your best method. All right, thanks and have a wonderful day.